And there you go. We see it.
Well,
Muted.
should be going out. Let
It
me
is.
check my audio.
Howdy, Mrs. K.
Speaker bot right off the bat, and I guess the audio is working. Let me look at. Yeah, the audio should be going out. For all you dejected Kansas City fans, I feel your pain, and for all you Philadelphia Eagles fans, no matter how you want to spell it, congratulations. It was a game well played, and we'll see what happens next year.
Well, somebody here is happy. I hear fireworks not too far from my neighborhood.
Yeah, it's. I know the game's practically not over yet, but the game was over when the game was over when the second half started. Let's just go with that. Rick Lakes was first in chat. Tony Wallow, good to see Tony in chat. Sam was third. BH Ringer's got Eagles. Yeah, that. They were the better team tonight, much better. Ghetto Fortnite says hi to everyone. Jeff Ryman's in chat. Greg was seventh. Yep. The Chiefs are heading back to the kitchen. Yes, they are. Tracy Holt's in chat. And that brings us up to date on that.
More fireworks in the distance.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of celebrating Philadelphia and a couple other different cities.
Oh, well, rightfully so.
Yeah. I thought Philly played a good game. I mean, I was surprised that Kansas City stopped the run. Oh, they forgot about the pass, though, because they just tore them apart. So
yeah.
It is what it is, as that saying goes. And I used to hate that saying, and then I kind of realized it's a pretty good saying when you think about it. Pretty lazy Sunday. Didn't go see the trains. Didn't go see my mom. Didn't go see my grandsons, my granddaughters, like we wanted to do. Didn't go to Walmart.
Yeah, here I go again. Search for Super Bowl score. Clicked on the Yahoo link. Says, we're having trouble finding that site. Well, try again, and it's there.
Let me see. How about it was a lot to a little.
John Williams said, 40... I'm glad the refs did not make the game about them.
Final score,
there was two bad calls, 40-22. That's amazing. There were two bad calls for both teams, one against both teams, early in the game. There were two horrible calls early in the game. One against Kansas City, one against Philadelphia. After that, the refs did seem to settle down, in my opinion. I think they missed, not that it would change the outcome of the game, but I think they missed one call that I don't understand how they could miss it because it was so obviously blatant. Mrs. K saw it. Mrs. K knew it was a penalty, but they didn't call it. So, but yeah, I agree with John. For the most part, the refs did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I agree with John.
And Jim just sent a message to the homies about fireworks, so he's guessing Philadelphia won. Yeah, Philadelphia. Jim, if you're watching, Philadelphia did win. So
I knew they were going to win when it was 17-0.
Yeah, I think so too, Greg. And here's comedy for you. I'm watching the game. Mrs. K is sitting on the other couch, and she's watching the game. She's giving me instructions on what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing wrong. You know when a Filipino, you know when someone from a different country that doesn't have football is telling you what you're doing wrong, you are playing horribly bad. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And a couple times I was like, I'm watching the game. I understand. I see your point. I agree with you. But I'm watching the game.
I thought all the commercials sucked.
I think there were I thought there were a couple that we laughed out loud. I think the funniest one though that I thought.
John Williams said, "Did anyone see the Doritos commercial? Funny."
The Doritos commercial. Yeah, I saw it, but I don't remember it. The one I remember the most was the Bud Light cul-de-sac block party, and the guy breaks through the fence and he's hauling that long trailer, and then at the end of the commercial they go to the stadium where the Super Bowl's at, and there's Peyton Manning putting beer in that same cooler, Bud Light beer in that same cooler. That was funny. That was absolutely funny to me. There was a couple other ones that were pretty funny. The ship blows up. Oh, you're talking about the UFO. Yeah, the first Doritos commercial where the guy's UFO detected and the beam comes in and grabs the Doritos and the guy won't let go of it. And then when he finally does let go of it, the Doritos, yeah, that one was pretty good. Pretty funny. The Matt Damon commercial cracked me up too. It was about beer, and I think David Beckham, I believe, was the other star in it. That was pretty funny.
Did you see Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal's commercial?
Yeah, I saw it, but yeah. I knew where it was going, so it was, that's just okay.
John Williams said, "Hello, Greg
Yahoo
Guy."
has up here. Yahoo had their own commercial, in which you can send an email to Bill Murray.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw something.
I'm not quite sure what all that's about, but
I was actually watching the game, and when certain things were going on, I was like, get on the internet, let's see. Oh, the game's back on. So, yeah, good game. My hat is off. If I had a hat, I'd take it off to Philadelphia. That was good. Like Tom Brady said, it all starts all over again next year. Everybody starts out 0-0. Makes no difference who you are. So we'll see.
Bill Murray looks old in that thing, doesn't he?
Bill Murray is old. There's a couple
hell, he looks older than I do.
Old. It happens. So, shoot, I forgot to pay attention to what time I actually started the stream. I know it wasn't 10, and I know it wasn't 10:15. Yeah. It might have been right around 10:15. I don't know. Took me forever to make the
Bill
trailer.
Murray's younger than I am.
He's 72.
74.
4, okay. That's a couple years off. I had a really cool thing picked out for the trailer. It gave me from Super Bowl 1 to last year's Super Bowl, but I couldn't bring it into DaVinci. I could download it.
It's right.
Which I did several times. Right. But I couldn't bring it over into DaVinci, so I finally ended up going with what I ended up going with. And I couldn't get anything for 2020, so I had to stitch that together. And I don't know, it was crazy. But I thought that would be appropriate to do on Super Bowl Sunday. Susan Morgan, proud single mother. She's getting ads, and she gave me a like. Now, speaking of giving me a like, I'll do that right there and get that out of the way. Been a pretty quiet day. Doug and I had a phone conversation. It was very pleasant. He didn't call me to help me out technically, but he did help me research something technically, and we still haven't solved that problem. Alex is looking into it for me, and then tomorrow night while she's at work, I'm really going to concentrate on getting that to work for me again. It's not a big deal. It's just frustrating to think something worked Friday night and now it doesn't want to work on Saturday night or Sunday. Reset everything. I reset the modem. I unplugged it, let it reset. I reset. As a matter of fact, I updated the shield. I went into the storage on the shield and took everything out of that was cached. Rebooted the computer, rebooted everything. Nothing. Still doesn't want to work. So there's a disconnect somewhere. The only thing I haven't done yet, and I've threatened to do, is put VLC on the DaVinci machine just to see if, because that machine's wireless as well as wired, if it will connect in there. But it shows it's connecting, so something will get done. Tony Wallow says hi to John. It is so good to see Tony. I mean, I've been in touch with Tony. Hello, Ghetto Fortnite. There is a redirect, by the way. The redirect will go to Ghetto. My 3 people right now are, in no particular order, Sam, Bill, and Ghetto. With Ghetto, it's a hit and miss because I don't know if he's going to be streaming or not. I know he started streaming earlier tonight, so hopefully he still will be live. And then If Rick starts getting things scheduled the night before, I'll redirect to Rick as well. And anyone else that wants to be redirected, let me know, and I will do a redirect to your channel. I was kidding Ghetto earlier today.
John Williams said goodbye, Ken.
Has it been 15 minutes already? Oh my goodness. I know how the Kansas City Chiefs feel now.
If you want to send people into La La Land, you can redirect them to my channel. Where they're
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I guess without something actually scheduled, you can't redirect, though, can you?
I don't think so. It's either got to be a premiere or a live stream or a video that's scheduled to go. Yeah, I think it has to be something
worth
there.
figuring out. Send somebody off into the ether.
Yeah, I connected to Ghetto's computer earlier today. He was wondering if he could redirect people. He cannot. You do have to be monetized to do that. And I showed him that. So.
Yeah, get out my tiny violin.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. So, now I haven't checked to see if he actually is still streaming or not. Hopefully, again, I mean, if he's not, I'm going to make a real... Yeah, he's still live according to...
yeah, I saw the little red dot.
Still playing Fortnite. So the redirect will take you over to Fortnite. You might just drop him a line and say, hey, how's it going? Give him a like. Watch it in the background a little bit. Help build his watch hours up.
Is he at home or at Aunt Mary's?
He is back at the group home.
All right.
And his computer...
Sean's watching him apparently, or was.
He was around 8:30. Apparently his computer took, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes to start today. And he couldn't figure out why. And he shut it off Friday morning. I connected and looked at his event log. There was no activity on the computer, so... I don't know why. He doesn't know why.
The one at the group home.
Yeah, the one at the group home.
Home after he got back.
Yeah.
Didn't he go to Aunt Mary's earlier this weekend?
Yeah, he was there from Friday afternoon until late this afternoon. It was kind of interesting looking at it. I mean, there was a bunch of errors. A bunch. We looked a couple of them up, and it kind of looked like it was just basic computer... I've sat for 3 days and haven't run type stuff. And then again, we don't know, Ghetto hit the power button. Did he sit there and hit the space bar or move the mouse or do something to disrupt the startup process? We don't know. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up because it's 10:31. I'm gonna take a stab and say it's been about 15 minutes. I want to give the generic shout out to the YouTube watchers. Thank you very much, everyone there. I also want to thank all the homies, which tonight are Bill and a cat conducting a jazz band, Rich, Sam, Jeff, Greg, Darren, and Chris. Thank you very much, gentlemen. You want to join us?
John Williams said, thanks, Ken.
You're quite welcome, John. Thank you. By the way, John, as long as we split the profit, sell the hat. No, I'll get with John on that later. It did make me feel good with his email that he sent me. So anyway, the email's on the screen. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom panel, send me an email, kstout0m@gmail.com. We'll get you the credentials. We'll get you on the panel. Otherwise, as soon as I go find out where the button's at, good night. And Doug said he may not have a stream tomorrow. If he doesn't, I'll try to get up and cover for him. If he does, well, I won't. Good night.